Let's look at how much income you need to make to be a year 10 dropout that owns 10 homes that makes 100K per year. And as you can tell, that was a very diplomatic tone, not my normal roast tone, because this article was sent from a user via a DM message for me to look into it, probably roast this person, but I'm not going to roast this person. I'm going to be very diplomatic, apply my broker analysis hat, and let's go through the numbers right now. And like always with these advertorials, the protagonist of this article is a buyer's agent or property coach and has some special way to buy properties through a trust that cannot count in your personal liability, and you can own 10 to 100 properties without showing your personal liabilities. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to the drawing board and see how he did it. So after reading the article, this is the visual map of old mate's property portfolio of 10 homes. And his first property in the article says that in 2016, he purchased a house in Hasslegrove for $560K. If you want to know where's Hasslegrove, well, basically it's near Mount Druitt. And if you're running, well, after Mount Druitt, where did old mate buy his other properties? Well, I'm kind of disappointed because he doesn't really say so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 properties. Doesn't mention where and what's the price. Now, aside from the point that the protagonist over here in this article is a very romantic individual, look at the photo. Oh my God, smitten. I learned that 2 years later, after 2016 of the Hasslegrove purchase, 2 years later, he and his former partner purchased 2 investment properties. The keyword is former. So that chick, gone. So the second and third property in 2018, after 2016, he purchased 50-50 with his partner, 2 investment properties. Where? We don't know. And the article seems to be more interested about his love life. As it says here, he went out to buy out his ex-partner. Oh my God, drama. And because of the fallout with his ex, he went on to buy out his ex-partner and owns 100% of these 2 properties now. And because of his ex is now out of the picture, it prompted him to buy 2 other investment properties. Whoa! So you bought 3 properties using the income of your joint partner, which we don't know how much she was earning. Then you proceeded to buy a house, which means you then accrue 50% of her debt onto yourself. But then you were prompted to buy 2 more properties with where income. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The article didn't mention that. So after the 3rd property, he bought 4th and 5th property more because he was prompted to because of the fallout with his ex. And then on the middle of the path of his property journey, he did a clutch move where he sold the property to himself. Yes, some classic Harry Potter magic, because he told the hero's son he had to fork out $100,000, which involved selling his existing properties back to himself, which allowed him to purchase 5 more homes. Whoa! After this clutch move, he got 5 more homes, just like that. Now, aside from the obvious fact this is not a show and tell article, more of a show and not tell advertorial, old mate here endorses to stay humble and sit down, because he says he warns others to be wary of investor gurus who spread misinformation. Now the question you are begging to know, which I'm begging to know, is what is the income to do this? How does a year 10 dropout make 100K a year through 10 properties that's worth $6.5 million? I don't fucking know because there's no information about it. The only thing that we can learn from this article is old mate over here is a very hard worker. He works 90 plus hours a week. But still, there was no mention of his income except the fact that he was a very hard worker, because for the last 2 years, he worked 90 hours per week, broke his back, didn't have any breaks, just to save 120K. Which is fine. I'm not questioning his work ethic. His work is like phenomenal. But I'm just saying, I know a lot of people who work those hours, but they don't have bloody 10 properties. See this little symbol here in terms of my visual diagram that you've just been witnessing for the whole entire video? This stands for shades of grey, or should I say 50 shades of Mount Druitt. You see all these shaded parts? It means I don't know what and where the property is, how much it is. I don't freaking have a clue. All I learned from this bloody article is basically he bought a property near Mount Druitt in Hasslegrove, and then 2 years later, he found a person he fell in love with, bought 2 more properties, and then had a bloody fallout and bought all her properties from her. And somehow after the breakup, somehow his income doubled because now he can service 2 more properties without the usage of his other partner's income. And then old mate went Super Saiyan and bought 5 more homes by somehow uncross-collateralizing his properties, which I don't understand how he did it. Oh, but then, oh wait, I forgot. You gotta contact this person and book a strategy call, which will be sold some mula lesson to learn the trades of the secret. But again, this is not a roast. This is a request from a user that sent me this article to dive in and look into it. Jump in the comments, let me know what you think and whether I was being too roasty.